Hi guys, I am so excited to be a part of the Always to Help End Period Poverty campaign. It's a campaign that's very dear on my heart, and to showcase and bring awareness on the fact that period poverty still exists in this decade that we live in 2023. A lot of young girls are missing out on school, and they have to choose, parents then also have to choose the fact of having to either buy food or give them bus fare or buy period products. So the lack of accessibility to menstrual products has a lot of females in Jamaica and throughout the Caribbean and Central America missing out on their daily lives every time we're gonna go to the supermarket, purchase some Always products, and go and make a donation to a girls' home here. And stay tuned, we're gonna chat some more to help bring awareness on to help end period poverty. So come along for the ride. So Powell Posse, right? We're literally having a moment of educating and spreading awareness. So right now we're actually at General Foods, which is one of the local supermarkets that if you make a purchase of Always, a pad will be donated to a young girls in need of sanitary products. So the estimation of donation of pads that they're trying to donate is about 400,000. So you have to practice what you preach, right? So the fact that I'm blessed to be a part of this campaign, I'm about to make some purchases of Always, and as well as they do have an Always donation bin here. So please follow my lead and let's do this together, as well as at any supermarkets in Jamaica, at your local supermarkets, whether it's Mega Mart, General Foods, Progressive Grosers, the list is, it goes on. At any local supermarket, as long as you make a purchase of Always, a donation will be made to a young girl in need. So let's do this together. From April 1st to June 30th, you still have time to be a part of this campaign and support. Let's just show our young girls that we hear them and we're here to help break the stigmas and the taboos. So let's do this. So these are the pads that we'll be donating in the Always donation bin. Putting it in here. And then the rest is going to the girls' home. So thank you, General Foods, for allowing us to come in the store and record the whole process of our donation, and also help bring in awareness to help end period poverty in Jamaica, all throughout Central America, and throughout, the Caribbean. We have 2 bags over here of Always products that's going to the girls' home. Yes! I feel so accomplished right now. It's the best feeling when you help people, especially with such a great cause like this, because it's such a taboo. When you have your period, you just feel uncomfortable. So imagine not having access to period products. So that was the girls' home. We've dropped off the products. And normally I go up and say hi to the girls. There's about 16 girls in that home, but due to privacy, we can't, video them. So this was really just for me to show that I'm doing my part with the Always campaign to help end period poverty. Here's a fact. According to information from Her Flow Foundation, 44% of young girls in Jamaica suffer from period poverty and have to go months without adequate supplies to help with the management of their period. So let that sink in. 44% of young girls are going without access to sanitary products each time they have to see their monthly. That is absolutely such a huge number. It's so ridiculous. It's almost like being punished for being a female. So guys, there's still time. This campaign has been going on from April all the way throughout to June 30th. Let's support this cause. It's such a great cause, because 44% in Jamaica that's way too high, and we need to bring this number down. And I'm so happy and grateful to be a part of this campaign. Hang on for more facts. We're gonna get home, we're gonna sit down and have a girl chat, okay? And then you men, watch this and learn, so you get to know things about periods, because guess what, it's a natural thing. It's such a taboo. We already feel uncomfortable about it, but it's not okay to have to still use newspapers, old rags, whatever you can find, just to stop the fact that you are having a period. Not even stop, to help the fact that you're bleeding, you know? So think on this. How comfortable is it for you ladies to actually talk about your period? I know when I actually first started my period at the age of around, I think 11, my instant thing was just shame. Like, I went into the bathroom and of course you're using the tissue, but it's like I didn't even want to tell an adult. So imagine when you don't have access to that, you have to miss out on school, you have to miss out on the activities that you do as a kid. And when you miss out on these days of school, it adds up. You're missing out on, you know, your future, and life shouldn't have to stop because of a natural circumstance that happens to us women. So there's this taboo. We just don't talk about our periods, and when we don't talk about that, how will we even know what period poverty is, right? So think on that. So let me ask you something. What is period poverty? Period poverty is lack of menstruation products, lack of education, lack of accessibility in schools to menstrual products for young girls, as well as it's a combination of all of these things. 1 in 10 girls in Central America suffer from period poverty, as well as schools here don't have access to period products. So when young girls are in school and they start bleeding, automatically they start missing schools, which leads to young girls dropping out of school, lack of confidence. When you're missing out on school and you get back into school, you really don't know what's going on with your subjects, right? So the confidence level between their peers that are boys versus girls is absolutely different, because as you know, boys don't have to deal with anything called period. So I'm so excited and so happy and so grateful to be a part of this Always campaign that I have stated before, that this campaign has been going on from April 1st all the way to June 30th. You know, they're making donations to young girls in need at your local supermarkets, Hilo, Mega Mart, General Foods. You see the Always donations right there. So educate yourself on what period poverty is. Even our day-to-day as women, like, we don't talk about our periods, our experience with it, and young girls are not confident in that fact. So imagine you see your period and you're still using old rags, you're still using whether it's sheets, whatever it is, because I remember even being in high school and having to use tissue sometimes because we just didn't have access to that. So I think it's something where most women can relate to it, you know. Even if you can't, just put yourself in that mind frame of how unhappy you are when you see your period, you know, because the stigma as well is that we just don't have a healthy relationship with our monthlies, right? So the more that we bring awareness and spread awareness of what's happening, it helps a lot. I'm gonna ask this question and answer it. What is the cause of period poverty? Not being able to purchase period products, sanitary products that you need every month that you see your period, right? So once you have that, it furthers the stigma with your relationship with your period. We're not talking about it. Girls are using old rags, old blankets, whatever it is they can find. So that's really what period poverty is, not having the access to pads as well. How can we combat period poverty? We can do this by having these types of conversation, breaking the taboos, breaking the stigmas around period poverty, educating one another, spreading the awareness on what period poverty is, as well as mentoring young girls, teaching them self-love, teaching them the changes in their body, teaching them about menstruation, also teaching young boys as well about menstruation. So it's not a taboo, it's not something where, you know, they're grossed out by, just breaking and preventing more of that gender gap, you know. it increases when we don't educate both boys and girls. But another way we can do that is informing ourselves on when campaigns are happening for period poverty, so you can make donations as well. Make donations to your schools, because schools don't even provide access to period products for young girls, and that's why they have to miss out on school. So let's help bridge this gap, please. Let's do this together. So when we talk about having conversations about menstruation, some girls, when they start to bleed, they think something's automatically wrong with them, whether it's a disease or they're sick. And as women, we need to take pride and make it a priority that we speak to our young girls on the changes that will happen with their body, so they're not ashamed. We build the confidence that, yeah, you might not like it, but it's not a punishment as a woman. It shouldn't have to feel like that, right? So with being a part of this campaign, I'm very passionate about the fact anything woman, we have to make sure we come together. We have to make sure that our younger generation is aware of what will happen and what occurs during puberty. One of the main objectives of this Always campaign to help end period poverty is that no girl, no adolescent is left behind at home due to their period. They're not missing any days at school due to the fact of lack of accessibility to menstrual products. So I would even say, and I'm going to ask you ladies, when you first had your period, do you think that you had enough information about it? Because I would say for me, my experience with that was definitely no. Yes, you learn about it in school here and there, but to have the confidence and know that something's not wrong with you, like I had said previously, it was an automatic shame, you know? So for me, one thing I'm really big on is having the younger generation be better than us, be more confident than us, be more aware than us, right? So about 44% of young girls in Jamaica are experiencing period poverty, and that's absolutely not okay. Let's break the taboos, let's break the stigmas about our periods. We are women. It's something that happens naturally. We'll see it every month. It's a part of puberty, it's a part of womanhood. Let's embrace that. Let's show our young girls that we hear them, and we're giving them a helping hand and showing them that in being a woman, when we're together, we're stronger, we're united, we're confident in our body, we love our body, and let's join forces with Always with the help end period poverty. So now I hope that when we talk about ending period poverty, that we'll be more aware and spread awareness on our womanhood, on our monthly, on the fact that still 44% of young girls in Jamaica have no access to period products. So you still have time. Let's go to our local supermarkets, Hilo, Mega Marts, General Foods, Progressive Grosers, and make sure we participate in this, as well as stay tuned. Make sure that you are in tune with a community that you can get to know when these donations are happening, right, to help a young girl. Let's help our young women in their confidence and boost their womanhood. Let's make the younger generation better than us.